Hey guys, it's Bonnie, and today I'm making a command block tutorial on how to do some advanced Teepee commands. You can use these for realms or whatever you want. I use a lot of these on my realm, and these aren't very difficult, but they do require at least a little bit of knowledge of command blocks, but I'll try to explain it as best as I can. And let me show you an example of what I'm going to be showing you. So for example, this one is it's a simple portal. So if you go through this portal, it will teleport you to wherever you set your coordinates. I set it so it will teleport me to this gold block. And let me show you. So if I go anywhere in here, it's going to teleport me to this block. And I'm also going to be showing you how to do this one. This is the /bomb papers. You can use these to teleport to your spawn just by dropping them. You could also use a book and quill. So let me show you an example of that. So if I drop this paper, it's going to teleport me to that gold block. And this doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can just drop them. This is good for factions or whatever you want to use this for. And if I drop this one, it teleports me here. And you could also use a book and quill. And for this one, all you have to do is just sign it. And here where it says enter title, here you just write /spawn and sign and close it. And then just drop it and it will teleport you to wherever you set your coordinates. And let me show you the other one. This one is a Teepee request system. And the way this one works is it allows players to teleport to each other. So if I want to teleport someone, I would just drop a Teepee request paper. And what it will do is it will give a message saying that I requested a TP. And then the other person, all they would have to do is drop a TP accept. So one person drops the request and the other player drops the accept. So it's going to teleport the player who dropped this paper to the player who dropped the TP accept paper. So if someone was to accept it over here and I drop the paper over here, it's going to teleport me over there. So you can use this to teleport to each other. And that one's very easy to do. And this last one, this is just how to make a clickable entity that will teleport you. For example, if I click on this villager, it teleports me to the golden block. And that one's also pretty easy. I've seen a lot of people use these on realms. Alright, and let me show you how they work. So the first one is very simple. It only requires one command. And let me show you how it works. So this is going to be repeat, unconditional, and always active. And this is the command, so it's going to be TP add a DC equals 2, comma DY equals 4. It's called exactly like that, and then you put your coordinates. This is the coordinates I put in since I want to teleport me here, but you put your whatever coordinates you want. Let me show you how this works. So it's going to TP every player. That's in the C coordinates, so that would be anyone that's in this direction, so anyone that's going this way. So anyone that's within 2 blocks of the C axis, that would be 1. It also counts 0, so this would be 0, this would be 1, and this would be 2. So anyone that goes within these blocks, if it's positive, it's going to be anyone that's in these blocks. And if you change this to a -2, it will change it so it's anyone that goes this way, so in the Z-axis. So that would be 0, 1, and 2. So anyone that's within these blocks will get teleported. But I want it to be a positive, so it goes this way. And dy, this is equals 4. This means anyone that's within the y-axis, so 4 blocks, so that would be up and down. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So anyone that's within this area would get teleported. And if you wanted to go in the other direction, so if you wanted to go this way, in this direction, all you would have to do is change the where it says DC. You could change this to a DX, and it will teleport anyone that's going this way. And you could also change that to a negative if you want, but I'm going to leave it as a C. and it's that easy. So anyone that goes within those blocks will get teleported to whatever coordinates you chose. And now let me show you how to do the /spawn papers. These are pretty easy, so it only requires 3 commands, and one of these is optional, but I like adding it because it just makes it look better. So the first one's going to be repeat, unconditional, and always active. And this is the command, so execute AE type equals item. So it's going to execute at every item, comma, name equals /spawn. So it's going to execute at any item that's called /spawn, or you could give it whatever name you want, but this is the one I chose. And make sure it's inside of the quotation marks, or else it doesn't work. Sometimes it won't work if they're not inside of quotation marks. And then tilde. I have it so it spawns in a particle whenever the paper is dropped. It's just for visual. It's not necessary, but I like how it looks. So then it's particle, then the name of the particle you want to spawn in whenever you drop that paper, and then tilde. And then the next command, this one's the one that teleports you, so it's going to be chain, unconditional, and always active. And this is the command, so it's going to execute ADD type equals item. So it's going to execute the command at the paper again, the one named spawn, so name equals /spawn. Whatever name you give it here, that's the name you have to give the paper, so exactly how you type it in here without the quotations. And then tilde, and then Teepee FP, so it's going to teleport the closest player that's within 3 blocks. So R equals 3, this just means that they have to be within 3 blocks of the paper to get teleported. And then you put in your coordinates of where you want them to get teleported. I chose that gold block over there, so that's where I have it teleporting. And yeah, that's it for this one. And the last one, the last command here is going to be a chain, conditional, and always active. And what this one does is it kills the paper after you get teleported. So it's going to be kill AE type equals item, name equals /spawn. So once you get teleported, it's going to kill the paper. This just so the paper doesn't stay on the ground teleporting people. And that one's pretty easy. And this next one is the TP request system. And this one only requires 3 command blocks. And the first one's going to be a repeating command block. So it's going to be repeat, unconditional, and always active. And this one's going to have a tick delay. So it's going to be 60 ticks. Make sure you put that or you're going to get a lot of spam. And this is the command. So it's going to be execute AE type equals item, name equals /TP request. Make sure the name is inside of the quotation marks too, or else it might not work. And the name you give it here, it's exactly what you have to rename the paper to. So if you put a slash, make sure everything's the same without the quotations whenever you rename the paper. And then tilde, and then it's going to say a message. So it's going to say FP, and then this is the message it's going to say. This is the message it's going to say. This, you could change this to whatever you want, but I just made it so it says the name of the person that dropped the paper, and then it tells them that they requested a TP. And then the next command block, it's going to be a chain, conditional, make sure it's conditional, and always active. And this is the command if you want to copy exactly like I have it. So it's going to be execute AE type equals item, comma, name equals TP request, tilde. So it's going to activate the command at the item that's called TP request. And it's going to, once it finds the item that's called TP request, it's going to activate this command. It's going to TP FP R equals 4. So it's going to teleport the player that is within 4 blocks. It's going to teleport them to ADD type equals item, name equals TP accept. So it's teleporting the player that's within 4 blocks of the TP request paper. It's going to teleport them to the TP accept paper. And yeah, that's it for this command if you want to copy exactly like I have it. You can copy exactly like I have it here. Also, I'm gonna have the world download. So if you want to check out the commands, I'm gonna have the world download, and I'm also gonna have all the commands in the description. And the last command block it's gonna be a chain conditional always active. And this is the command. This one will just kill the paper. So after you get teleported, it's gonna kill the TP request paper. So it's just gonna be kill addy type equals item name equals TP request. Just type it in exactly like that, and just make sure it's conditional, or else it might not work correctly. And yeah, that's it for this one. And this last one is pretty easy too. This one will just teleport you by clicking on the entity. And let me show you how this one works. So this one is just a villager and a horse. It's an invisible horse. So you're gonna want to set up some commands. The first command block is gonna keep the horse in the same position. So it's gonna be repeat, unconditional, and always active. And this is the command. So it's gonna TP addy type equals horse r equals 3, and then tilde 1, and then tilde again. So make sure you have the r equals 3, because if you don't put this, it's going to teleport every single horse that's in your world to above this command block. And then the 1 just means that it's going to teleport him like 1 block above the command block. So if I spawn in a horse, it's just going to keep it there 1 block above the command. But I could change that. You could change that to whatever number you want. So 3 blocks up. It's up to you however you wanna. So if you wanna hide the commands, you just drop them down a little bit more and then just hide them. But I'm gonna keep it at 1 for now. And then this one over here, it's similar, but this one keeps the villager in the same position. So it's gonna be repeat, unconditional, and always active. And this the command. It's gonna be TP addy type equals villager and r equals 5. Then tilde 2, and then tilde again. So it's just going to keep the villager in the same position. So if I spawn in a villager now, it just keeps it there. And since the horse covers most of the villager, whenever they try clicking on the horse, whenever they try clicking on the horse, they're going to get teleported. And you could also do this with the pig, but the horse is a little bit easier since it's bigger, so it has a bigger hitbox. And also you want to tame the horse. Alright, so once you tame it, put a saddle on it, and then just keep it there. And then you can put your villager back. Then you want to make the horse invisible, so effect addy type equals horse, and then you give it invisibility, and then just give it like a high number, and then amplifier, and then just true. So you can copy this command exactly like I have it if you want, and that will turn the horse invisible. So now whenever you click on the villager, it makes you ride the horse. And now let me show you how to make it teleport you. So to make it teleport you, all you have to do is put another command block, and this is the command, so it's going to be repeat, unconditional, and always active. And this is the command, execute addy type equals horse, comma, name equals TP. It's only going to execute the command at the horse that's named TP. So make sure it has this name equals TP, so it doesn't teleport every player in your world that rides a horse. And then tilde, then TP addy r equals 0.8, so they have to be really close to the horse, they have to be riding it. And then put in your coordinates. My coordinates are the ones over here where the gold block is. So you also want to give the horse a name. So grab a name tag, grab a name tag and call it Teepee if you want to do it exactly like I have it. And then all you do is just rename the horse, and then it should be renamed, even though it doesn't show it. Now whenever I try to write the horse, it's going to detect that I'm really close to it, and it's going to teleport me. And that's how that one works. That one's pretty simple too, but it looks pretty cool if you have it on your realm. Also, if you didn't understand anything I said, I'm gonna have all the commands in the description and a download link for the map. So if you want to check out the commands, the download link for this map is gonna be in the description, and all the commands are gonna be there. And if you have any other questions, just leave a comment and I'll try to answer them. And yeah, that's it.